think it was 2019-ish, I lost 55 pounds and then piled it all back on because it wasn't sustainable and it wasn't healthy either. I mean, my hair is definitely thinned, but to be fair though, it still looks good. It still looks good. I'm not gonna lie, like, yeah, okay, I've got a bald patch, but who's out here like parting my hair looking at my bald patches? Do you know what I mean? I've always been a multi, like every time I'd shower or brush my hair, like I would always have, not quite clumps, but hey guys, I'm Amy May, and first off I'd just like to thank everybody because I've hit 5,000 subscribers, which is amazing. When I first started this YouTube channel 2 years ago now, when I first started Mounjaro, I never thought, I mean, I don't know what I thought, to be honest. I look back and I don't know how I was so brave to do that, but I'm very grateful that I was. So today is day one. I've just picked up the Mounjaro from Boots, and to be honest, I kind of felt like everyone was staring at me, even though they obviously weren't. But I think I was a bit embarrassed. But at the same time, do you know what I mean? Like, do what works for you. So it's day one. I am a bit nervous. I'm worried about side effects. But yeah, so I'm going to give myself the first injection today. I'm going to hope for the best because I am really nervous. And, you know, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But let's just try it. I know a lot of people have opinions on it, which, you know, it's fair enough. You're entitled to your own opinion. But yeah, I don't think I ever really thought it would go anywhere. I'm not really sure what my expectations were. I don't think at the time that I thought I'd be able to keep up with the YouTube channel, but also sustainably lose weight. And so, like, I'm still shocked to this day that I've managed to do it. Obviously with the help of Mounjaro, but I've been documenting on here since day one. So thank you very much. 5,000 subscribers is amazing. I remember when I first started my YouTube channel, I think I got I mean, it might be generous to say 30 views on my videos. So it is really, really nice, and the community overall is very supportive and lovely, and it's nice that a lot of people feel they can relate to my videos. So in that sort of vein, today we're going to do a Q&A. Some of the comments I've got from my videos, so people commented on my videos questions, and some of them I did a YouTube post recently, so I'll be answering some of them as well. I don't want the video to be too long, so I might have to do a part 2. I'll probably do ongoing Q&As from now, essentially, because people ask me a lot of questions and I do try to reply to everyone's comments, but I think it'd be good to sort of do videos compiling them all. The first question, how long did it take you to lose this weight and what diet did you follow? I started Mounjaro on April the 2nd, 2024. I'm 4'11". The highest recorded weight was January 2024, and that was 13 stone 6, which I believe is 188 pounds, and I'll put what that is in kilograms on screen. So my highest weight, that was January 2024, and I think my BMI was 38. And then yo-yoed up and down in April 2024 when I started Mounjaro. I weighed about 13 stone 2, something like that. Again, I'll put the conversions on screen. I've been in maintenance for quite a while now. I'd want to say roughly a year that I've been in maintenance, but if I can find accurate figures, I'll put them on screen. But initially, started in April, and I think, because I did a compilation video on this previously, which I'll link below, I think by December I was nearly at a healthy BMI. So what's that, 8-ish months? I'll double check the video because I did do a compilation on start to when I reached a healthy BMI essentially. In terms of what diet do I follow, I don't, and I never have done. I've made it up as I go along. I've made my workouts up as I've gone along. The only sort of parameter I had when I started was I wanted to hit 100 grams of protein every single day, and it didn't always happen. I want to say it happened more than it didn't. In terms of calorie counting, I think at the start when I was getting really into it and I was amazed at what I could achieve, to be honest, because I had so much more energy, I was going to the gym more, I felt a lot better about myself. And as we all know, those of us who have been on many a health journey, you know that you do get, when you're making progress, you do get a kick out of it, as serotonin, as you should. So I did calorie count, I believe, at the start, used the TDE calculator to work out my maintenance calories, and then tried to eat between 300 and 500 below that. But again, it was very, very variable. So, and now I'm in maintenance. I mean, as you all know, if you've seen my recent videos, I don't count calories. I barely look at protein. I have been trying to do macros, but I haven't done it so far. But I think I've got too comfortable now in my maintenance. Next question, can I ask how you got as big as you are? Was it an entire life thing or due to life events? Again, I've spoken on this before. I grew up fat. I've always been fat. I've always, for as long as I can remember, been actively trying to lose weight. There's not a time that I can remember that I wasn't conscious of how big I was, that I was fat, and that I wasn't actively trying to lose weight. Because I've done every diet going, I've done Weight Watchers, I've done cabbage soup, I've done it all. Basically, I grew up fat, and there's been 2 points in my life prior to this, probably about 6 years ago, when I did lose weight, but then obviously I piled it all back on and more. So I think 2019-ish, I lost 55 pounds and then piled it all back on because it wasn't sustainable and it wasn't healthy either. But yeah, so growing up fat, yo-yoed, trying to lose weight all these years, and then finally Mounjaro has given me the opportunity to do that. Now, the next one is interesting. Do you ever feel that people treat you differently now you've lost weight? Pretty privilege. Yes, yes I do. But, and I have said this before, I think some of it, or a lot of it, is to do with the fact that now I have a lot of confidence, or a lot more confidence. I didn't have any back then. So I didn't have any sort of sense of self-worth. I couldn't validate myself. I was looking for external forms of validation. I felt worthless because of my weight, because I'd always grown up fat and I'd always grown up with the, societal pressure, fat isn't pretty, fat, blah, blah, blah. So I was always conscious of my weight and I didn't have any confidence and I felt bad about myself. And so the energy that I was giving out, especially in the years, like the 2 years leading up to, I'd say probably 2021 to 2024 when I started Mounjaro, things were really going downhill and I didn't feel good about myself at all. So I wasn't, I was probably radiating negative energy. Don't get me wrong, I do 100% think people treat you better now you're thinner, 100%. I've been bullied for being fat growing up. People have shouted comments out of car windows. 100%. People do treat you better when you're thinner. And now it's not something I'm conscious of, but obviously when I was bigger, I was very aware of it. So it's sort of, there's 2 strands to it. One, I've got more confidence, I radiate more positive energy. And for example, I'll walk into the ward in the morning, I'll be like, hello, and I'll say hello to everyone, say good morning to everyone. Whereas before, because I didn't want to draw attention to myself, I was like, not withdrawn, not indrawn, but, I wouldn't want to draw any extra attention to myself. Like, I didn't, do you know what I mean? I spoke to people if I had to, it wasn't, but now I'm a lot more confident. And I think part of it as well, because I always find it strange now that most people, unless you're someone close to me, most people work colleagues, whatever, they didn't know I used to be fat. And that is odd to me because obviously I'm still the same person, but it is very strange to think it's kind of like a secret, but it's not a secret because obviously, but it's almost like, I was about to say I know something they don't. It's like, well, obviously, but in terms of you lost the weight. But it is odd to think, look around and think these people didn't know me when I was fat. And it is, I suppose, makes me ponder, would they have liked me when I was fat? Because I like to think my personality is the same. Obviously, I was, depressed back then. I was more depressed, I was low mood, all, shrunken violet, little no confidence. But it is interesting to think the people, work colleagues, whatever, if I'd have walked in and I'd have been BMI 38 still, what would they have thought? Would they be as friendly to me? But 100%, pretty privilege is 100% thing, 100%. Or thin privilege, 100%. Because I know that there is an argument to be made that, skinny people, to be honest, I don't even know where I'm going with this, because when some sort of forever skinnies say, oh, no, skinny privilege isn't a thing, being thin can be really hard too. It's not the same. It's not the same. In my opinion, people, the systemic, deep-rooted sort of prejudice against fat people that's ingrained in our society, I personally believe that is worse than sort of any prejudice that thin people may face, personally. I know some people may disagree with that. And the reason that I say the forever skinnies is because And again, mentioned it before, but it does kind of feel like I'm in disguise, because obviously I've never been thin. Like, I've always grown up fat. I've never managed to, even in the weight loss efforts, I still think I was a few pounds above the healthy BMI range when I lost 55 pounds when I was like 20 or something. So it does kind of feel like I'm in disguise, and like I'm almost living two lives and I'm two different people, even though I am the same person. So like, there's the forever skinnies, the people that have grown up thin, that don't know what it's like to be fat, you know, for whatever reason. And then I feel like I'm thin presenting. And I always say that because the mindset, my values, the experiences that I've had, growing up fat, being fat all my life, constantly trying and failing to lose weight, and the mark that's left on me, that's still there. So I mean, I know people will roll their eyes at this, but this is how I feel. I say I'm thin presenting, rather than, because to me there's like the forever skinnies and then me, if that makes sense. Because, you know, and I'm not saying it's necessarily a bad thing, it's just a fact that people who have never been obese, never been fat, never struggled, they don't know what it's like. Like, we're not in the same category. And again, that's not me hating on skinny people, on the forever skinnies. I might have already mentioned this, I get this one a lot. How tall am I? I am 4'11", because I think, I mean, obviously during maintenance, if you've been watching my recent videos, you'll know that I have been piling the pounds on. Obviously I'm still in the healthy BMI range, but I remember a few months ago I bought a pair of jeans from the kids section, and some people were horrified and were like, oh my god, that's so unhealthy, like how are you at that weight? It's like, no, I'm 4'11" and I'm built like a 10-year-old boy. I'm probably shorter than a 10-year-old boy. So that's why it's not rogue for me to get jeans from the kids section. It doesn't mean, you know, I'm too small. Or I'm not anymore. Anyway, I'm not anymore. But I'm 4'11", so a healthy weight range for me, according to the NHS BMI, is 6 stone 8 to 8 stone 11. Yeah. I'll put what that is in kilograms and pounds on the screen. So I think some people are shocked when they're like, oh my god, like you're only like, you know, 7 stone whatever. Well, I don't know if I am anymore, but you know, that's a healthy weight range for me because I'm so small, essentially. So I just want to clear that up. I get this one a lot. Do you have loose skin? Yes, yes, yes. My bings, I could actually take off. I'll put some clips on the screen of my tummy and stuff, because I've shared it so many times about my loose skin. Hang on. Also, do you like my jumper? It's like from a vintage shop. Anyway, right. Hang on. Let me show you. So like skin here, skin here. I did go to the gym throughout my journey since day one, and I do have loose skin from when I lost the 55 pounds before, because it wasn't healthy basically the way that I did it, and I lost like all the muscle that I had, and I don't actually have a lot of muscle. I'm working on body recomp at the minute. But yes, I'll put clips on screen of my belly loose skin. I've noticed the inside of my thighs are shriveled as well. I'm not going to show you that right now, but it'll be a clip somewhere. There'll be a clip somewhere that I can include. And yeah, a lot of people, I think another question I've got as well, how do you prevent loose skin, or how did you prevent loose skin? If you see my belly in a minute, I didn't prevent loose skin. I know there's a lot of weird and wonderful supplements that people sort of advertise and push. Again, I wasn't consistent with that at all. I think it was around Christmas time, so about 8 months into my journey, I bought some unflavoured collagen powder for Holland and Barrett, because I think it was 2 for 1. But once I finished that tub, I never did it again. And I bought collagen capsules, but they were massive and it made me heave, so I took them once and never again. So I've not been someone that's been taking supplements throughout my journey. I've just started taking creatine, unflavoured powder in my coffee, but you know, it's about 2 years too late. So I know a lot of people from day one, they're very focused on it. Would it have made a difference? I don't know. I'm not convinced. I think, you know, loose skin, it's got a lot to do with if you've yo-yo dieted and gone up and down weight, how long you've been fat for, you know, how stretched the skin is, genetics, all of that. So I personally don't think me taking collagen supplements from day one consistently would have done anything. I mean, not, you know, it might have done something. It'd probably make me feel better about it because I'd feel like I was trying. But like I said, I had 2 boxes of this collagen powder, and once that was gone, didn't touch it again. It is quite expensive as well. But I'm not saying that supplements don't work. I'm just saying that, you know, the state that I'm in, the state that my little rolls are in, I personally don't think it would have made a difference if I'd have took collagen and this, that and the other, because people will try and push you anything, especially on TikTok, just honestly. So I'd be careful. I wouldn't just buy into everything, because it might make you feel better that you're doing something, but reality is if you're going to have loose skin, you're going to have loose skin. And yes, I think especially on my belly, I get quite self-conscious about it. No, I do, yeah. I think I wish I didn't have it, but at the end of the day, and I've said it before, I've said it time and time again, I'd much rather have the loose skin and have lost the 80 pounds than be back where I was. I'd probably be like twice the size now and even more miserable. I'll put pictures on screen of like befores and afters and stuff. So even though at the minute I'm struggling with maintenance, I have put about 10 pounds on, but since December, you know, the loose skin, yeah, it does bother me, especially certain angles, when you notice it at certain angles. But I take it any day, to be honest, over where I was 2 years ago and where I was my whole life up until that point. So this person asks, what happens when you stop taking the drug? Do you gain it all back? I'd be concerned about long-term effects and long-term effects to your metabolism. Now, obviously, Mounjaro or tirzepatide for weight loss has been a fairly recent thing in the past few years for it to be licensed for weight loss specifically. And obviously there's a lot of debate, there's a lot of talk, a lot of discussion around it. You know, do you stay on it? Do you come off it? Because for those of you that don't know, once you've lost the weight, you can stay on a maintenance dose where you're not trying to lose any weight, you're just trying to maintain your current weight, essentially. Some people do that. That's what I'm choosing to do at the minute. I don't have any plans to come off it anytime soon. Again, I do have some people taking issue with that, but that's their issue, not mine. Some people titrate down and come off it. Some people just stop it cold turkey. It really just depends on the person. So again, before it was licensed for weight loss, it was used to treat diabetes, type 2 diabetes. It's not sort of fresh out of thin air. It's not just a sort of new drug, if you will. It's just a new indication for that drug that's been officially licensed, basically. So, you know, long-term effects, again, a lot of people talk about bone loss, a lot of people talk about muscle loss. A lot of the times, I think people get confused. They're either get a bit confused and misled, or they choose to be, essentially. They choose to just ignore the facts. But bone loss, you know, osteoporosis, loss of like lean mass, loss of muscle mass, that is a side effect that can happen with any method of rapid weight loss. It's not just taking GLP-1 agonists. It's not just Ozempic face, Ozempic bum, although I do have an Ozempic bum right now. It's not specific to GLP-1s. It doesn't matter how you lose weight. If you lose weight, you know, at a relatively quick rate, you do risk muscle mass and, you know, thinning the bones. It's not specific to GLP-1s, but I think people get confused about that and seem to think it's something within like the GLP-1 itself that causes that, and it's not. So that's why I was aiming for 100 grams of protein a day at the start of my journey, because I want to avoid that. And that's why I've been doing resistance training. Yeah, okay, I'm still weak, but since day one, I've been hitting the gym and consistently, you know, weight training, gym machines, like consistently putting the work in, essentially. So yeah, okay, it is a risk, but, you know, if you sort of take it slowly, make sure you get the resistance training, the protein, it's not more of a risk than any other method of weight loss, essentially. So I think people either get confused about that, or they're misled, or they just don't look into it properly, or they choose to be confused. They choose to just not understand it. Did you lose your hair? Now, I was in denial about this for the longest time. Yes, I think I've got a bald patch. Bald? Or is it here? I think you can see it. If you look at my little bald patch, my hair is definitely thinned. I went to the hairdresser, to be fair, it was nearly a year ago now, and she was like, oh, like, you know, you've lost, like, a lot of hair. I used to have really thick hair. To be fair, I've always been a multi. Like, every time I'd shower or brush my hair, like, I would always have, not quite clumps, but large amounts coming out. So I've always done that. I do believe that my hair has thinned since starting Mounjaro. Again, I wasn't taking any supplements, but again, I don't know what impact that would have had. I did used to have really thick hair. I do think, I mean, my hair is definitely thinned. But to be fair though, it still looks good. It still looks good. I'm not going to lie. Like, yeah, okay, I've got a bald patch, but who's out here, like, parting my hair looking at my bald patches? Do you know what I mean? And again, I'd take it any day. Like, my hair still looks good. And even if it didn't, like, I would still take it any day over being back where I was and miserable. Again, just the stress. Hair loss can be a result of rapid weight loss by any method, not just GLP-1 use. Right, we'll do one more because I am aware that this video's got quite long. Also, I'm also aware that the questions that I've read out are comments from my videos. I haven't actually done any of the questions that were on my YouTube post yet. So I did a YouTube post the other day. I'm going to do another, this is going to be a series. So very soon I'm going to answer the questions that you guys have asked under that post as well. So don't worry, I'm not ignoring you. I'm not ignoring you. It'll come in the next Q&A video. So we'll have one more from the comments, and then if you want to go onto my little community post thing and like comment questions there or comment them under this video, the next video I'll cover all of those ones. To be honest, this one's quite long, so I'm going to have to read it from my laptop. I'm not being rude, not ignoring you. I'm just curious, how did you get to the point of needing to do this? Was it mental health causing you to overeat, greed, lack of willpower? I'm so curious. Love the journey and results. In brackets, could have done this naturally without the medication, but it has worked, and that's the main thing. ... Will you have to stay on this now forever because of the lack of willpower and lack of natural mental strength? You could get all that weight back, right? I think we're going to have to break this down because it is quite hefty. So how did I get to the point of needing to do this? Since I was about 10, I've tried every other method to sustainably and healthily lose weight, and it's not worked. So that's how I got to this point. Was it mental health causing you to overeat, greed, lack of willpower? All of the above. Could have done this naturally without the medication. Well, I obviously couldn't. That's why we're here. That's why we're in this boat. Will you have to stay on this now forever because of the lack of willpower and lack of natural mental strength? Natural mental strength. What's your natural mental strength, guys? Let me know in the comments. How high is your natural mental strength? Is it a percentage or is it a number? Does it go up to 100? Does it go up to 1,000? 10,000? Let me know. Give me the numerical value, guys, of your natural mental strength. Or if you think it's a percentage, give me that. So, will you have to stay on this now forever? No, not necessarily. Like I said, at the minute I'm in maintenance. I'm taking a maintenance dose. I don't have any immediate plans to come off the medication. But, you know, the future, I don't know what the future holds. And I might decide to titrate down. I might decide to stop cold turkey. It really depends. But at the minute, I don't have any plans to stop anytime soon. You could get all that weight back, right? Well, yeah, because that's what's happened to me before when I lost 55 pounds when I was, 20-ish. And when I've lost weight in the past, you know, I've lost weight, gain weight, lost weight, gain weight. So, of course, like any method of weight loss, of course you can. Of course you can gain it all back. But that doesn't mean that you shouldn't do it. That doesn't mean that I didn't want to do it. Everybody's different, but, I mean, yeah, you could gain it all back, right? Right? So that's it from me today. If you've made it this far, then thank you so much. And if you did find it interesting or useful, then don't forget to like and subscribe and maybe hype. I don't really know what hyping is, but I think you can only do it within a certain amount of time of the video going up or something. But if you have made it this far, let me know what your natural mental strength or whatever it was. Let me know your value in the comments. And if you want to comment questions here or under the community post, I'll answer all the ones from the community post in my next video. So I think this might be a fun little series. If you don't want your name sort of showing, that's fine. Unless you're in my Mounjaro Muppet segment, in which case it's public domain. But I'll crop out all the names of the people who ask me questions just in case you're not comfortable with that. But I hope everyone has a lovely week and I will see you all soon.